Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, we are taking an inside look at the Main Street program in Electra. Now, we've talked about some of the benefits, some of the things you've seen. Another benefit, of course, new businesses. And there have been some startups this year. So, Kat, can you tell us about some of those new developments?
Yes, well, we're really excited that we have a restaurant downtown now, the Doghouse Diner, and their restaurant benefited from both the grants that we talked about earlier from Main Street and from the city. And it's really great to have a presence that gets a lot of foot traffic downtown. And it brings people downtown. And they have really great catfish. And we also had a business open up downtown that has 4 businesses in it.
Wow.
One building. It's MT Sounds, Boggs Barbershop, Tattered Treasures, and Gypsy Boutique. They've got something for everybody in there. And it's really great too. They also organize and do a lot of music events and that also attract people to downtown.
Sure.
So we love them being there.
Absolutely. And like you said, I know there's a big push to, continue hanging on to the ones that are there, but it's always great to see, new ones, of course, take pride and join the family as well, I'm sure, at Electra, correct?
Yes, exactly. I mean, especially with something like a music studio. Because it's really surprising to figure out that in a small town there's actually a lot of people who record music or in the surrounding areas. And it's a unique business to have in a small town, and so it offers a draw in itself.
Sure. So. Absolutely. And the restaurant, of course, we all love to eat, so take advantage of that.
And good home-cooked meals.
And again, that's downtown, correct?
Yes,
located downtown, so if you come off the highway, you can make a stop right there in Electra.
There's signs for the diner. And it's just a little bit away from the diner to get to the MT Sounds and all those other shops.
So a lot of good things going on.
We have some great downtown partners in our hospital district. They are the proprietors of Goldsmith's Drugstore. And that building, as Kat had mentioned earlier, won one of the Wichita County Heritage Society's Preservation Awards this month, during Preservation Month. They've done a great job, the hospital district has done a great job of maintaining that building and using it in a way that benefits all of downtown. Besides the fact that they're a wonderful pharmacy, they do some retailing, they've got some gift items. It's a nice place to shop. They've really diversified, and it's a place where you can see people. There's going to always be foot traffic at Goldsmith's. We have a great antique shop downtown. Janice Cranford, who is a longtime Main Street board member and supporter, and is getting a little rest now. She's not on the Main Street board, or she'd be here today. Runs the Antique Emporium, and she actually has 2 locations downtown. Does a wonderful business there, and if folks who've never shopped with her, I think will be surprised that this shop is in Electra, Texas. She has lots of out-of-town customers, and now they have a place that they can eat downtown, although we have some other options for eating too that we enjoy and we're proud of. Just Doghouse is new to downtown, and we're glad to have a downtown option now. And in the matter of the incentives, Jeanette had talked briefly about the incentives that Main Street finances from proceeds from our golf tournament. We have another advantage that is a result of city government taking action after the loss of some downtown buildings to help in a way that hadn't been available before, and that is through their Downtown Preservation Grant program, where a qualified applicant who goes through the application process and is approved can do a much larger project that has a limit per project of $20,000. So that means essentially that a building owner wanting to do a $40,000 project to save a building or to improve a building, make it usable again, could potentially receive half of that in return.
Wow.
Upon meeting the qualifications of the grant.
A huge benefit
a reimbursement.
to anybody. Yes. What a great thing, and again, that's all done through the city of Electra.
That's done through the city of Electra, and we're very proud of that. That's something that, although we think our golf tournament is a success and we appreciate our sponsors so very much, we could not reach those numbers. And we think there's a place for both of these.
Sure.
We have some small businesses that will only need to do a small project, a new sign, smaller paint project, and those sorts of things that our grant process can cover. But when there's a real need, the city grant process can potentially save a building with a motivated building owner who wants to do that.
So it's nice to see all of these organizations, it seems, and all of these players and partners, Jeanette. I know there's so many partners that really make this all happen, come together with this one common goal. It seems that Main Street has just been behind and taken off with.
That's correct. The Chamber of Commerce, the Grand Theater Board, all the organizations in town have really come together to help with a lot of these projects. We do one thing, everybody's there usually to pitch in and help get it all done.
And there are a lot of partnerships. I know, you mentioned the chamber and stuff, so there might be almost spin-off things that are created because they've come out of the other organizations. But do you find it interesting that it all kind of circles around, to the same thing? And maybe, that happened because Main Street was around, or this happened for Main Street because this organization was around. Is that interesting to see?
Well, I don't think that we can take credit for any of these things by ourselves. I do think that in 1998 there was not a whole lot of feeling about the condition of downtown, except that it really didn't look good. But in the length of time that we've been at this, and we have lost some old buildings that many of us treasured and thought they were important, I think there has been a growing sense that we don't need to lose any more of our downtown, and we ought to be working together to try to save these things. Our Economic Development Corporation has undertaken a project in a building that was donated to them to stabilize it and make it available when it's completed for, so there's available space downtown for a new business that might want to locate there. And so none of us could do this alone, but as various organizations work on pieces of it, it begins to come together. I know the Chamber actually has the intention of completing a grant that would remove some of the
Right. We're going to take, the Chamber's going to take advantage of the grant being offered by the City of Electra to put a new front, remove some old decorations from the front of our building and bring it back to what it used to be, the Chamber building.
In Main Street business, we talk about taking off a slip cover and
Sure.
an aluminum slip cover and revealing the brick building.
Take down.
And the Chamber
Restoring it,
Yeah,
correct?
the Chamber headquarters downtown has that in its future, in the near
with,
future.
It has all the.
I love to hear all the future projects, though, and all the activity. You said there's buildings ready for businesses now, where there's other funds available for businesses who want to come. There's projects in the works. So, there's just endless opportunities here for growth, and I think that's so important. And I know, for all of you who've grown up there, it's even sweeter. So nice to hear. Well, we're going to take a look back at a few of the other fun projects, and we're going to highlight a few of those and tell you how you can get involved. Let's say you live in Electra and you'd like to take part in this. So stick around, much more after this. Welcome back to Inside Tech's Homo. Once again, the Main Street program and all of its benefits. Ladies, we appreciate you sharing so much. And Janice, I can't leave this out. I just find it so interesting that Krispy Kreme, believe it or not, actually played a big part in one of the fundraisers.
Well, it was a fun thing. We sold enough Krispy Kreme donuts with a little donated money thrown in to relight our historic downtown derrick, and it's strung. It becomes the Christmas tree at Christmas. You can see it from the freeway. It was a great project. We pre-sold donuts. They picked them up. We drove to Dallas, picked them up, brought them back, distributed them by 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and it paid for lighting the derrick.
What a great thing. Nobody ever look at that Christmas tree again. And if we're talking about volunteering, if you want to get involved, you have a great way to tell everyone how to do that.
Yes, certainly. Anyone who wants to be involved can keep up with us on the City of Electra's website, www.cityofelectra.com. They'll always have the agendas for our board member meetings up, And any of our events that we are inviting volunteers will all be on there, as well as on the
And all the details and schedules can be found on the pages of the Electra Star News, which was established in 1907 in Electra.
And it's weekly,
It's
correct?
a weekly newspaper.
So the very latest, all at your
very latest,
fingertips,
each
or all
week.
right
Each
to your
week.
home, correct? Well, ladies, thanks again. We appreciate your time and love hearing about all the developments going on in Electra, and we'll of course keep you updated as they continue to grow. Thanks for joining us, Texoma. As always, we'll see you back here next Sunday morning for another look inside Texoma.